guys, welcome back to Lassie Lou. As you see, there is a different background here behind me, and this is because me and Vincent, we are back in our apartment in Sweden, so we are back to the base. I thought that today I will do a very different video, which is actually something that I've been so excited to film about for a very long while. So I want to show you all the things that we bought for our apartment during this year and a half that we traveled around Southeast Asia. Before we started to travel, I actually looked up a lot for different videos that they will show about shopping that you can do for your apartment around Southeast Asia, around Australia, around New Zealand, around Japan, which are the countries where we've been. And I didn't find much out there, so I thought that probably there are more people that, like me, are wondering about what nice things you can get for your apartment while you travel around those countries. And I'm gonna show you what I got. So I'm gonna go around all my flat and show you every single thing in its own place. I think that this is much nicer than just show it to you like that, so you can also see a little bit how you can implement different styles in your apartment as well. Yeah, so let's get into it. So, coming inside the hall, the first thing that you will see is this beautiful vase pot that we bought in Japan in a shop that is called Unico. So yeah, I really love this pot. It's like if it's a carpet basically, and the colors are like a rusty pink reddish with blue drawings and some cream as well. And I like how introduced to the rest of the flat, where we have a big carpet over there. It's just like a little detail that gives so much character. So moving on to the first room, which is a bathroom. I know that that's not exciting, and there isn't actually much here that we bought around our travels. If it wasn't for this little basket, this one we actually bought it in Thailand, in an island called Koh Tao, in a supermarket, believe it or not, and it was something like 2 euros. This I remember because it was super cheap. I think it's supposed to be for kids because you can see this little. What I really like is actually very good quality for how cheap it is, and inside is feels kind of waterproof. I feel it goes so nicely in this little trolley that we have here, because we already had a similar kind of basket, but this is made of straw. So moving to the bedroom, where you can already see something over here. So this blanket, if we want to call it so, we bought it in Laos, in Luang Prabang to be exact. You will see them everywhere, these kind of blankets in Luang Prabang, in the night market. They have so many in so many different colors. The thing that it was a bit hard, it was to pick the color, because the majority of those things around Southeast Asia are very ethnic, so very bright colors like fuchsia. So it was a bit hard, but I really wanted one of those, even because in Laos you see them using them in so many different ways. They use it like carpets, they put them on top of tables, like sort of tablecloths and so on, and I really like how it really changes a lot the look in a simple white bed. So now the thing is, I cannot play around with much more. I need to keep all the rest of the bed white and plain to really make this stand out. And it's actually double face, do you say? I have no idea. But you can actually put it also on this side. So the shade is like a kind of olive green and a crude sandy color. It's handmade and I think it's so beautiful. It's very linen-ish almost, I would say. Yeah, it seems very linen. So it's actually something that I'm planning on having on the bed just for summer. And you can bargain on the price for this one. And we have something else actually here, which is this little photograph. Someone might recognize it. It's from Malaysia. It's actually from Penang. So it was a souvenir shop, and I had some of these pictures taken from some professional photographer, I suppose. It was actually very cheap. I don't remember how much it was, but I like that it's black and white, and then it has that little touch here, salmon cream shade. So now I just want to find a cute frame, maybe like a golden little frame. So we have this beautiful little vase that it doesn't have any utility at all, because it doesn't fit anything at all inside. If you see, it doesn't fit anything, but it's just so beautiful, and we couldn't not buy it. So this comes from Vietnam, from the north of Vietnam, in the hilly region of Sapa. If you remember from our vlogs, we've been hiking for 2 days around that region, and we stayed with a local tribe called Khmong. And actually there was a little, how can I call it, studio, let's say, where they were making all these limestone things. So we decided to go for this little one, and I'm so happy that we did, because I love how beautifully it sits on this mid-century furniture. It's quite of a contrast between the wood and the stone, and what is very, very nice about it is that you can basically turn this around as many times as you want, and it will always match. And also this frame behind that you see, this comes from Japan, as you might have assumed from the drawing. So this you will see later on that we bought it together, another one. Vincent picked one and I picked this other one. And initially we thought that we would have put them together, but we cannot seem to find a place where they fit well together at the end. So we split them for now. And I really like to have this one here. This symbolizes spring, of course, the new birth. I have no idea what is written there in Japanese. We also asked the person where we bought it what does it mean, but they didn't know, because they said this in a very, very, very old Japanese written way. And this we bought it in Kyoto, the first little shop that we found in a hidden alley. It had this very beautiful painting, so we're like, oh my gosh, shall we get it, shall we not get it? Maybe everywhere around Kyoto we find all these kind of things and we don't know. Maybe we should wait, but then we got it anyway, and we got so happy because actually we didn't find anywhere else the same kind of paintings or the same style of paintings. But yeah, I think that was everything from the bedroom. Oh no, I want to show you inside my wardrobe. So here there is this little dream catcher from Bali, because the thing is I really like them, but again they are too ethnic for my style. So I felt, let's get it, but I hide it inside the wardrobe. And there is also the straw bag that I bought in Bali, if you remember. So I really like it here. I'm gonna have to repaint everything white here in the wardrobe, so it's gonna be a very, very beautiful disc. That's the contrast against the white wall. I felt like I should move to the kitchen, but because there is too much stuff in there, I'm gonna move first to the living room. Before, though, we need to stop here in this little wardrobe, because there is another dream catcher from Bali. This one, though, it's cream and white. Then, in the living room, what have we got? Alright, let's start with those little tea light holders. Those actually come from Australia, and they are Aboriginal print. That's another thing that I found very hard to get something Aboriginal printed in Australia, because it's too ethnic for my taste. But I found this little shop which was in Sydney. The area is called The Rocks. I liked how the shape is still very modern, but they just kept the Aboriginal print. They were something like 14 euros each. Moving on to this side table. So here we have the other Japanese print that I was telling you before. Very nice. This is the one that Vincent picked. We then have this little vase that we bought in Osaka. This we bought it in a little street that sells all kitchen stuff. This I think it was €2. I mean, how insane is that? I love the colors on top. Then we have this beautiful thing. This is probably one of my favorite things ever. So this is a fern. It represents a fern. We bought it in New Zealand, in Wanaka, in a little shop there in Wanaka. I don't remember the name, but it's like a souvenir shop, and Wanaka is super small. So if you find yourself around there, you will definitely see it. They had a lot of different ones, even like tall ferns like this, but this I felt that is less obvious of a fern, so it looks more like of a piece of art. And it's made of ceramics, it's made locally. Just love it. I like how it's vernissed, polished, and the color is so beautiful. It's like if you don't want to put a plant, that adds the nice touch of green. Then we also have this book, The House of Dior, 70 Years of Haute Couture, at the NGV of Melbourne. Because if you remember, oh, you didn't know, actually Vincent, now I can tell you because he's not working there anymore, but Vincent has been working in Dior in Australia, and they gift him this, his colleague, for Christmas. So this is a very, very nice book. It will be very expensive if you need to buy it, and it's also very heavy, so we had to put it in a box and send it home, and that costed probably as much as the book. But yeah, no, it's very, very nice, and I like to pull it up like this and then put some nice art there, like our fern. We also got another little Dior book from his colleague. You might or might not know that The Little Prince is my favorite book ever, and I also have a tattoo with the quote from The Little Prince. And I started this thing while traveling of buying The Little Prince in different languages. So this one is in Vietnamese, and this one is in Japanese. And now I regret that I didn't buy it in every country, like in Thailand, in Laos. In Laos probably I wouldn't have found it, but in Malaysia, and yeah, that's it. Then we also have our little album with the Polaroids pictures from Japan. So nice. And basically when I could, I always picked a leaf or something connected to the place where we took the picture. And one thing that you can do is, for example, to take some of these Polaroids and do a frame at home. I've seen on Urban Outfitters website that they have very, very nice frames for Polaroids that you can put up. Incense from Bali. Oh my god, this incense is so good. If you find yourself in Ubud, go to the Clear Cafe. It's one of the nicest cafes that there is in Ubud, in my opinion. And they had this incense on that was absolutely amazing. I loved it super duper much. The smell is so different. And they have a little shop next to it where you can buy the incense that they have there in the cafe. Incense stand, always from Bali, from the Ubud market, I think, or I don't remember. And it's a frangipani that you see everywhere in Bali. It looks like we're done with the living room. Let's move on to the kitchen, baby. Okay, now the kitchen, I have a lot of things exposed, and then I have also a lot of things that are in drawers. So we'll first show you what I have exposed, and then I show you things in the drawers. So we start from the fridge. One idea that I think is super nice is to collect the magnets, which I think is not that big of an idea, I just realized. But yeah, just we picked magnets pretty much everywhere where we went. Then up there, I'm not gonna try to reach, but we have a cookbook from Vietnam and a cookbook from Thailand that they actually gave us when we did the cooking class in Chiang Mai. And then Vincent saved some beer. Actually, I think I need to show you this. Let me grab a chair. Vincent saved some of the favorite beers that he drank while traveling. So this is a Guinness bottle, so nothing so special, but it's an Indonesian limited edition. This one I think it's from New Zealand. Yes, it's from New Zealand. So we went to this brewery when we were in New Zealand, actually Monty's, and we stopped there and we got some beers, and he saved this one. He's gonna kill me if I don't say it right. I think, we'll see, I will let you know afterwards, that he saved this one because it's the Highway 6 and it's a road that we actually been driving, I think. Then this one from Japan. This is so cool, this beer bottle, oh my god. And this is actually a samurai from Osaka, and this is one of the samurais from Osaka that he did something important in some history. Oh my god, I'm so bad at remembering things. Well, it was very important for the Osaka people, this man. There we go. And then we got this nice lantern. This we got it in Hoi An in Vietnam. So if you go to Hoi An, you will see them everywhere. They are hand painted, very beautiful, but I didn't manage to make it so straight, so I need to try a bit more. And they had a little thing hanging, like tassel, that it was a very ugly bright green, so I removed it, so I need to put a new white one. I need to find. So this actually originally was supposed to go in the balcony somewhere around here hanging, but then when we opened it we're like, oh shit, you know, oh sorry, you know what, it's hand painted, what if it's raining, then we need to take it in and out all the time, so we decided actually just to leave it in the kitchen. Possibly in the future will be hanging on that side, so you can actually see it even from outside. It's my favorite thing ever. How beautiful does this look? It will be even more beautiful if this surface, it will be nice, but it's shitty metallic ones. I would love to have wooden looking or white one. Anyway, so here we have this wooden chopping board that is from Ubud Market. Super, super nice. And also this little salt thingy. How bloody cute is this? So it has the wooden little spoon, and then it's made of stone. I don't know if it's marble or some other beautiful stone anyway. Oh my god, those things, they look even more amazing once you put them in your apartment than when you buy them. Because when you buy them, it looks like if they're all like souvenir-ish things, but then when you put them in your apartment, you really realize how good quality they are, even if they are so cheap. Look! I love the contrast of all the material of the marble, the glass, the wood, the stone, the chopping boards. Amazing, love it. And then in here we have this set of salad utensils. We bought in Japan. They are so light, such a beautiful wood, but I have no idea which material it is. It's just so nice. And I also got this one, but I have no idea what is the use. I just like that it had that hole in the middle. Love it. Then, least but not last, here we have a lot of stuff. Those three things. So this is a matcha brewing set that we bought after we did the matcha tea ceremony in Kyoto. So we bought it there in the house of where we did the matcha tea ceremony. And if you want to know which one it is, you need to wait for the vlog, so you gotta stick with the channel. Da, 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 da. Then we got this very nice jar. Let me put in a better light. So this jar is from the Bo tea plantation in Malaysia, in Cameron Highlands. We visited the tea plantation and we tried the hibiscus tea, which was super good. And hibiscus is also the national flower of Malaysia and is also one of my favorite flowers. So we thought, why not get the tea? And look how nice is this jar. My goodness. We got this very beautiful tea jar from Japan in Tokyo, where I put some matcha sakura latte inside. When you know that what you bought is in the other side of the world, and one can get it only if it goes in the other side of the world or somewhere else. Like that one is from Santorini in Greece, but now we're not talking about those kind of travels. Maybe that will be another video. The very last thing is this nice picture with all our memory, even if I need to get a better frame for it. This was actually my birthday card for Vincent when we were in Australia. So let's see what we have inside the drawers. Here we have a very nice bottle of sake from Japan. Look how cute she is. So this we got it always in Osaka, in the same place where we got the little vase in the living room. And I love how the ceramic is not even, it's like it has a lot of bumps. Of course I like the white and blue, which is one of my main colors in the kitchen. They're so pretty. And it's like it has some sort of stripes. It's a lot of decoration, different shades of blue. I just love it so much. I don't think we're gonna use it that often. And I really need to get some cabinets where you can actually see what is inside, where we can expose the nice bottles and the nice little things. What we got in here. So here the only thing that comes from travels is this beer glass, beer lao. What if I tell you that Vincent snicked it in one bar in Laos? I got almost a heart attack. I thought we were gonna go in prison. This is how, like, not adrenalinic I am, and like not bad girl at all I am. But yeah, I'm happy that we have it now and that everything went well. Those beautiful mugs. From Japan. Sorry guys, but I really like the Japanese ceramic. It needs to dry. Wait, oh my god. I really love Japanese ceramics. How beautiful is this? Always from Osaka, always from the same shopping street where restaurant owners can go and buy. And I love these little details of the Japanese stuff written at the bottom, the detail inside. A bit of chopsticks, so these are like the cheap everyday ones. These we got it in Tokyo. Little marmalade spoons. They are ceramic and I like the decoration. And then the olive green on top. And then we just have the fancy chopsticks. Those are actually fancy. I think they were like $15 per pair, which is a lot for a pair of chopsticks. And I like the line. They are very, very thin. I don't know if you understand what I mean. So guys, that was actually it about the haul. I hope you liked it. I really want to know if you found this video useful. Sometimes I think if it was myself looking for a video before going traveling to Southeast Asia for a long while and wanting to know what you can buy around there for your apartment, and if I would have found a video like this, I would have been like, yes! My biggest suggestion when you are looking for interior things is to look everywhere, enter in every single shop. In particular, if they are off the main roads, try to take those little streets and enter in every single shop, because even if a shopping might not look that nice, you can always find something. Sometimes a shop can look amazing and it's hard to find things in there. But yeah, and I find that when all the time that I went in big shops or souvenir shops and I saw something that I liked, I never ended up getting it, because I felt so many people can actually get that. But when you find a little object in the corner of a small little shop, that's gold. That's the thing that you know you're gonna get, because if you don't get it in that moment, you will never find it again, possibly. And if you find something that you like, just buy it, because you will regret it otherwise to not have getting it. Yeah, that's pretty much it, I must say. I hope you find this video somehow useful. Let me know if there are any similar videos that you might want me to do, or any kind of videos that you might be interested in watching. And thank you for watching. See you next time. Ciao!